All right. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to solve rational expressions, or solve rational equations, rather. So for these, we're trying to figure out what is the value for x. Now, we still want to identify what x can't equal, so it's always good to do that at the very beginning. So the first step, is identify any restrictions, meaning what can't x be. So in this case, we know that x can't equal -4, because if x were -4, I'd end up dividing by 0, and that's not possible. Because what this is going to do is this is going to help us see if the answer that we get is what's called an extraneous solution. So if we get an answer that's for x that's -4, we know that it's an extraneous solution. What's an extraneous solution? Again, it's a solution that doesn't exist. All right, so let's look at how to do this. So we identified the restrictions, so we got that done. So then the second step, if there's just one fraction, we can cross multiply. Otherwise, the main idea is we're going to multiply. We want to get rid of the fractions by multiplying by the common denominator. Oops. So multiply by the common denominator. So in this case, it's the same as cross multiplication. So I would have, there's nothing. So 1 times 1 would be 1. So there's nothing under the 2, so it would just be a denominator of 1. So when you multiply those, you get 1. Now, when we multiply the other, we're going to multiply 2 times x plus 4. So we cross multiply these two together as well. So 2 times x plus 4. Make sure that you write it exactly as I have it. Use parentheses. And then we're going to distribute. So I distribute the 2 through, so we get 2x plus 8. Now this is just a two-step equation. If I subtract 8, I would get 2x equals -7. And then divide by 2, I get -7 halves, or -3.5. Now Savas is going to want you to leave it as a fraction, so we would say this. And I know that that is a solution that's going to work because it's not -4. You can always check it to see if it works, but you'll find that it does. All right, let's do one more together. So with this next one, again, you want to identify what x can't equal. X can't equal 3. So then we cross multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. The other side would have 5 times x minus 3. Distribute the 5 through. If I add 15 to both sides, I get 16 equals 5x. Divide both sides by 5, I get 16/5. That can't reduce, so we'd leave it like that. So that would be our answer. All right, again, leave these as fractions because that's what Savas is going to want you to do. So I want you guys try these next two problems completely on your own. So pause the video and hit play when you're ready to check your answer. All right, so for this one, x can't equal -5. And when you cross multiply, this time we have 2 equals 4 times x plus 5, or you could say 2 equals 4x plus 20. If you just jump into that, that's fine. And next we would subtract 20 from both sides, in which case I get -18 equals 4x. And if I divide both sides by 4, I get -18/4. But we want to reduce that. So 2 goes into both of those, so that reduces to -9/2. So that would be your answer. Again, you always check it with your restriction for what x can't be, and it's not in that restriction, so that answer is fine. All right, so for the last one here, we get that x can't equal +7. So we cross multiply. Make sure that you don't multiply 1 times 2. It's 1 times 1. Because the 2, you multiply that times the x minus 7 to get 2x minus 14. Add 14 to both sides, I get 15 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2, that cannot reduce, so that just stays as 15/2, or 15/2. So when you're dealing with just a single fraction, it's really, really simple. So that's all we're showing in this first video. So good luck now as you work on your assignment.